1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good noon, ladies and gentlemen. This is the continuation of the Stallion Teens Season 6, the Jumbo Plastic Conference. And our first game, it's the undefeated Tiong Bahru who's wearing the yellow jerseys, matching up against Vaikon Builders, who started out really strong in their first game but lost 2 straight games after that one. That's why they are now 1-2 record. So they are now in a 2-game losing skid coming into this game. I'm talking about Vaikon Builders. Meanwhile, Tiong Bahru, they are still 2-0, one of the undefeated teams here in this tournament, just behind Stallion Tire, as we will watch them later on. Once again, my name is Rowy Sakot. I'll be covering the 5 games for today. 2 games in the 16 under division and 3 games in the 18 under division. Of course, we are live inside the home of the Stallion teams here in AYSN Sports Center, as 45 seconds had gone by here and still both teams hasn't scored yet, as Vaikon Builders has their leather. Lost to Autoguard in their previous outing, as Zaire Lee misses that high arcing floater. And for Tiong Bahru naman, has nowhere to go. Almost a travel there for Aiden Reyes, but kicks it out. Here comes Vance Valencia. Vance lays it up, and he'll open up the scoring in this game. Vance Valencia last game got a double-double performance. 22 points, 18 rebounds. Got 4 assists and shot 53% from the field. Let's look at that move for Caswain Salazar. Caswain Salazar only scored 6 points last game. Kind of struggled in terms of shooting his shots. Only shot 25% from the field. Got 2 rebounds and dished out 3 assists. And he got 5 turnovers. So this is a redemption game for him when they lost against Autoguard by 6 points. Well defended there by the black shirts. Here comes Zaire. Zaire Lee, the second highest scorer in their previous game, just behind Savvy Ong. Looking at the bench of Vaikon Builders, only has 2 players on their bench. Just look at that finish for Zaire Lee. That is our Jumbo Plastic Linoleum offensive play of the quarter, brought to you by Jumbo Plastic Linoleum, the best quality floor matting in the Philippines. As nice fake for Renzo Tan, spins, wild shot. That's going to be a turnover, resulting to a travel. Tiong Bahru last game won by 12 points against Fruteria. They need to make much better decisions, as they turned the ball over 13 times in their previous game. As Caswain drives all the way. Oh, but ball bounces out for Caswain Salazar. Again, just want to remind everyone that this is the 16 under division. And what a finish on the other end for Aiden Tejada. Aiden Tejada played for 10 minutes last game. It was actually scoreless. Shot 0 for 4. But that time already making his first shot in this game, and that was a highlight play. Kasi Aiden Reyes, patatawagan nga lang ng first personal foul dito. We are tied at 4 apiece with 7 minutes and 14 remaining. As Caswain, the double teaming effort of Tiong Bahru resulting to a steal, as Tejada hands it over, nowhere to go, rejected by Zaire Lee, but follow-up shot is good for Vance Valencia. Vance Valencia, one of the premier rebounders in this tournament. Imagine that kid rebounded the ball 18 times last game. Salazar goes to the middle, rejected by Vance. That block's brought to you by Uniled Lights. Don't compromise on style or sustainability. Choose Uniled Lights for a brighter and greener future. But Zaire Lee over to Tiong Bahru defenders. He just made it look easy. Zaire Lee now has 4. Missed 3 for Aiden Tejada. Ball goes out of bounds. Meanwhile, for Tiong Bahru naman, 3 lang yung nasa bench nila. So it's 7 versus 8. Both teams are kind of understaffed coming into their to this game. Tiong Bahru, this is their 3rd game. Meanwhile, Vaikon Builders naman, this is their 4th game. And of course, they want to break their 2-game losing skid coming into this game. Rebound by Gabli. 4 minutes had gone by here in the first. Nowhere to go. Kicks it out to Aiden Tejada. He'll fire another triple short that time. And Zaire Lee really taking the point guard role here for Vaikon Builders. Zaire, elbow jumper. Hits the back iron and couldn't connect. Vance, big guy, can also dribble it down and also finish, but natatawagan nga lang ng foul si Luis Segundo. That's gonna be his first. Vance Valencia last game, he went to the charity stripe 6 times and all of those shots went in, so he was 100% from the free throw line last game. However, eto nabati nga lang as he misses on the first one. Misses on the second as well, so he's 0 for 2. Cass Wayne bounces it, catch and shoots, easy. Jared Kuhn. Last game scored 6 points, shot 60% from the field, got 12 rebounds, and that's going to be a travel. Well defended by Cass Wayne. And Jared, that defensive stop at this, already crossing the halfway mark of the first quarter, so that means this is the first mandatory substitution of this game. So this mandatory substitution is brought to you by Jumbo Plastic Linoleum, Onokai, Uni LED Lights, AutoGuard, and Park Access. And this for today's games, the first 2 games will be in our 16 under division, and then to be followed by 3 18 under division games. No. Coach Hansang instructing his team to go full court defense. Coach Hansang, the head coach of Tiong, Bahru, and Vaikon Builders. Just easily breaking the press there. Oh, Casway, great find to Toby. But kicks it out to Zyrel and bounces in for that triple for Zyrel Lee. Zyrel Lee now with 7 points. This is what I like about Stallion teams. No? Imagine teaching your kids how to break presses. As what a drive for Philip Ko. Philip Ko, last game naman, scored 7 points. However, only shot 20% from the field. Caswayne, nice pass to Jared Kuhn, but bounces out. Got bothered by Gavin Chua. As Tibay with the Pinoy step, but blocked by Zyril. Oh, what a nice fake. Ian Tibay. That kid scored 33 points last game, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and shot 54% from the field. Ian Tibay was the leading scorer and was the player of the game when they matched up against Fruteria last week. Tatawagan nga lang ng foul si Gavin Chua, getting his first personal foul. And may timeout dito si Coach Iscosi with less than 4 minutes to play. We'll be back for more Stallion Teens action when we return. Less than 4 minutes to play here in the first quarter. 1 point lead in favor of the black shirts. As let's see anong play dito ni Coach Iscosi instructing his team as that's a 3-point shot but in and out nga lang for Toby Tiongson. Toby Tiongson last game scoreless. Didn't even attempt a single shot. But he got 2 steals though in 10 minutes of game time as Tibay, that's going to be a travel. Extra step for Ian Tibay. Naparami lang ng steps doon si Ian. As Caswayne Salazar looking, finds Maddox. Maddox just checking in this game. Kita ko kakasuit up niya lang nung pinasok agad siya ni Coach Chiscosi. A strong rebound by Aiden Tejada. Almost a steal by Zaira, but ball stays with the yellow shirts with 3 minutes to play. $19 on the shot clock for Tiong Bahru. Philip, why is he wide open? But lucky break for Vaikon Builders as he misses that wide open three. Caswayne Salazar. Pick and roll play, but no good for Jared Kuhn. Tibay takes it all to himself, plus the foul for Ian Tibay. Ian Tibay taking the hit. Actually, he's the one who initiated the contact, no? But he was still able to finish. That was over Jared Kuhn, a much bigger defender than him. However, couldn't connect on that three-point attempt. A three-point opportunity, rather. So 2 and 20 remaining. Caswayne getting double teamed, but stolen away by Gavin Shua. Ian lays it up, no go. Fast break opportunity. Maddox stops, shoots, no go. Rebound by Zairel, and he'll go to the line for 2. As Gavin Shua did not like that call. Gavin Shua was fouled out last game, so and then now in the first quarter already got 2 personal fouls. That's why he was not happy with that call by the officials, but our officials saying that tinamaan yung shooting arm ni Zaire Lee. As Zaire Lee knocks the only 1 out of 2 free throws, so we're tied at 12 apiece. Less than 2 minutes to play in the first. 3-point shot, no good. Philip, floor is up, no go. Toby. Stolen by Aiden Tejada. That's Tejada zigzagging his way in. English off the glass, shorts. Rebound by Vaikon Builders. Cyril in transition. This is his specialty. Cyril. No defense at all for Gavin Shua. That's why that's just a walk in the park moment for Cyril Lee. Ian. Rejected by Jared Kuhn. Well executed defense by Jared. Or well disciplined rather. Caswayne. Oh, loses the handle. That's going to be out of bounds. Great defense by Ian Tibay. So 14 on the shot clock for Tiong Bahru. Tiong Bahru, the second undefeated team in this tournament. They are 2-0. The number 1 team so far is Salem Tire as a 3-point shot for number 3 for Philip Wee. Ano yan, Jobs?
Yes, nice shot.
Here comes Caswayne. He'll fire a triple of his own. No go. Jared, no box out, plus the foul for Jared Kuhn. And he'll head over to the line for 1 more. As Jared knocks down the 3-point opportunity. Three-point shot, no go. Pero pumunta pa kaya Aiden Tejada ang bola. Bola na mismo lumapit kay Aiden, and friendly bounce is good for Aiden Tejada. The shot clock is already off. Cyril dribbling it down, 5 seconds. Lobs it up. That's, point blank range miss for Maddox Yu. And that is the end of the first quarter. And that is the end of the first quarter. Just a 1-point lead in favor of Vaikon Builders, 17-16. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Stallion Scene Season 6 Jumbo Plastic Conference. It's only a 1-point lead. As I believe there's a correction on the, or clarification for the tables official, because again, 7 players lang in total lang Vaikon Builders. So they, Coach Iscosi needs to rotate his players kasi meron tayong mandatory substitution still here in the first half. And yun ang kinaklarify ng ating stats statistician na si Carlo Medina, because since understaffed ang Vaikon Builders, merong players na kailangan ma-fill muna yung 10 minutes na game na minimum playing time. Ayun, so si Caswayne kasi hindi nagpahinga during the first quarter, so kailangan siya ipahinga at the start of the first 5 minutes of the second quarter. I believe there's one more, or sakto na. Ayan, our statistician already gave the thumbs up sign. So si Casway ang kailangan ipahinga. So start of the second quarter. As, almost a clean steal. Matatawagan nga lang ng foul. Si Jared Kuhn. So that's gonna be his second personal foul as 3-point shots no good, pero balik pa rin sa Tiong Bahru ball. Another air ball, but Ian Tibay with the cleanup job on aisle 8. One of the things that I noticed sa ating mga Stallion teams, if you're gonna be going for a rebound, make sure to put a body on someone first. Box out ang pinakamahalaga. Just like that, because hindi naka-box out ang Vaikon Builders, nakalusot lang si Ian Tibay doon getting that offensive rebound and cleanup job. So box out ang pinaka-kailangan. Isa sa mga need pang improve ng some of the players natin here in Stallion Scenes. As look at that 3 for Renzo 10! Renzo 10, last game, scored 8 points, shot 66% from the field, got 4 rebounds and 1 steal. As Jared, guarded by Renzo 10. Pass it to Luis Segundo. Oh, well bothered by the presence of the Tiong Bahru interior defense, leading to a wide-open Zyril Lee from 3. Zyril Lee, now it's 13 points. Leading scorer in this game. As Vance sidesteps his way in, bounces out, offensive rebound, high-arcing one-handed shot, and rattles in for Renzo 10. 23-20 is the score, as right now Maddox kicks it to Zyril. He is feeling it, ladies and gentlemen. Back-to-back threes for Zyril Lee, and he ties the game with 23 apiece. Cedric Tan gives it back to Zyril. Zyril, that's a heat check. Short nga lang. You cannot blame Zyril Lee taking that 3. But he gets the steal. Zyril. Jared, guarded by Vance. Turnaround Jay. Rolls out. Fast break opportunity as Aiden Reyes loses the handle and he stepped out of bounds. Ball goes the other way. So ball possession goes to Vaikon Builders. I like the friendly exchange of banters there ni Aiden Reyes kay Luis Segundo and vice versa. As Cedric Tan dribbling down the ball. Gives it to Jared. Jared is a tall guy who can also knock down threes, no? He's very versatile. That's why he can go outside the perimeter then because you can go pick and roll and you can go pick and pop if you're with Jared Kuhn. But here comes Gab. Short on that shot for Gab Lee. Here comes the other Lee. Zyril. Step back. Able to fish for a foul and he'll go to the line for a pair. Oh, he's kind of limping right now. As Aiden Reyes gets his second personal foul after that collision, no, ni Aiden Reyes kay Zyril. Zyril kind of limping. So we hope that's not serious though. Then napatimeout dito si Coach Scosi with just 3 minutes in the second quarter. We are tied at 23 and we have a timeout break. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back after this. That timeout break is brought to you by Park Access, the official Nike store partner, as Zyril Lee's first attempt. Sinking it in, and that's why they're now up by 1. He goes 2 for 2, perfect from the line. Now up ng dalawa, itong Vaikon Builders, and Zyril Lee now with 18 points, and matatawagan nga lang ng foul kagad si Maddox Yu. As they are trying to deny the ball on Ian Tibay. That's the right way to do it. They are double teaming Ian. I like what Coach Scosi drew up here defensively for Vaikon Builders. However, magkakaroon ng dalawang open players or isang open player for Tiong Bahru. That's a gamble for Coach Scosi. Nakita mo, after Ian Tibay gets the rebound, dalawa kagad sumasalubong sa kanya. Ian playing practice cones, drives all the way. Are you kidding me? Great body control for Ian Tibay. And he'll go to the line for one more. Ian Tibay now has 8 points and let's see if he can convert this. And he does. Now has 9. Ian Tibay guarding Zyril Lee. Almost a turnover because Luis Segundo wasn't even looking when Zyril Lee passed the ball. 3-point shot. No go for Cedric Tan. And like what I mentioned, no, observe what Vaikon Builders are doing. They are denying the ball on Ian Tibay. Dalawa yung nakabantay kay Ian right now. And naka-triangle naman sa shaded area itong 3 big men ng Vaikon Builders. So 4 players of Vaikon Builders need to step up, but they have Valencia. They can go to Vance Valencia. As Zyril catch and shoot triple, knocks that one in. That's the third 3 of the noon for Zyril Lee. And he now has 21 points. Matatawagan nga lang ng illegal pick. Si Gab Lee. That's going to be his first. Last turnover pa yun. I don't know why. But Tiong Bahru has Vance Valencia. They can go to Vance if nade-deny itong si Ian Tibay. As Jared. Zyril. Too strong. Vance has it. Gives it. Oh! Turnover! Masyadong manadali ni Vance Valencia yung pasa na yung kay Ian Tibay. Zyril drives all the way, gets fouled in the act of shooting. Vance Valencia gets his first personal. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the second and last mandatory substitution of this game. As these mandatory substitutions brought to you by Jumbo Plastic Linoleum, Uniled Lights, Autoguard, Park Access, and Onokai. Zyrel knocks down the 2 freebies at papalitan na rin si Zyrel dito ni Toby Tiongson for that mandatory substitution. Because Zyrel already playing 15 minutes. So ngayon pa lang nagpahinga si Zyrel all throughout this game. Philip? No problem at all over Luis Segundo. And I believe there is a technical error, so we'll have an official timeout. We'll have a quick break, folks. We'll be back. Back to the ball game, folks. So we just had a technical error and we already fixed it. So again, our score is 30-28, just a 2-point lead in favor of Vaikon Builders with 4 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the first half. Here comes Caswain. Caswain Salazar only has 2 points so far. Kind of contained here. As Caswain goes to the baseline, but that's going to be a travel. Again, Caswain Salazar last game scored only 6 points, not his usual average, but got 5 assists. As Philip back assists it, an easy bucket for Gavin Chua. Again, hindi na nga bumaba si Ian Tibay doon. And that's going to be a turnover. Ball goes to Tiong Bahru. We are tied at 30 apiece. Ian looking. And ayan, hindi na bumababa talaga si Ian Tibay. So tatlo lang dumidepensa for Vaikon Builders. So they're gonna be giving away a 3-point shot here. Just like that. Nagiging open ang ibang shooters ng Vaikon Builders because that is the gamble that Coach Iscosi is willing to take. As Cedric dribbling. Goes left. Gives it to Caswain. Uses the Luis Segundo pick. Caswain, nowhere to go. That's going to be a 3-second violation. I know it's just a 2-point game, but so far, Tiong Bahru has the momentum. Another wide open 3 this time, in and out. Well, last game, Tiong Bahru from outside the arc only shot 16%, and that's going to be an offensive foul! On Caswain Salazar. 3 minutes remaining. As Philip will shoot a 3. Short. As Cedric Tan dribbling it down. I'm interested what's going to happen in the third quarter. Matatawagan nga lang ng foul dito si Philip Ko. Ko Shansang. And Philip Ko not happy with that call. But regardless, Philip Ko gets his first personal foul. Toby. Casway, nowhere to go. Almost a steal by Gavin Chua, but ball stays with the black shirts. With 5 seconds remaining to shoot. Caswain. Oh, beating the shot clock buzzer was Luis Segundo. As Aiden loses the rock, stolen by Luis from offense to defense, and here comes Maddox Yu. Caswain, wide open three. It's good. Caswain Salazar takes the lead, 35-32. As Ian drives, loses the handle. Sumakto pa kay Aiden Tejada. Last 2 minutes remaining here in the second quarter as Tiong Son. Caswain. Naitawid nilang bola. Kicks it to Cedric. 10. Gives it back to Caswain. Caswain fake. That's going to be a travel. Gavin Chua dribbling it down. Again, it's Cedric Tan and Maddox Yu denying the ball on Ian Tibay. As Caswain has it. Caswain takes it all to himself. It's good. Caswain Salazar now with 5 points. Ian. Wide open three, no. And ball goes to the black shirts. 45 seconds remaining.
Black ball, black ball. Hey. Help.
Cedric. Gives it to Caswain. Caswain fakes the pass, goes sidestepped, and finishes to the left. 37-34. 25 seconds remaining, or 39-34 rather is the score. Aiden missing their wide open shots here in the second quarter, and last touch by Caswain. Ball goes to the yellow shirts. I believe shot clock is already off, so let's see if they will take the last shot. Ooh. A good feed inside. Great find from Philip Wee to Gavin Chua. 2 seconds remaining. Caswain, that will count. And that is the end of the first half. Still anybody's ball game. 39-36. We'll have a quick halftime break, folks. We'll be back for more Stallion Teens action when we return. It's just a 3-point ball game favoring Vaikon Builders. Now, this is free for all now. So, I want to see how the coaches will be mixing and matching the playing time of the players. Kasi all throughout the second quarter, I like what Coach Escosi did. Denying the ball on Ian Tibay. Pinapabantay niya si Maddox, Yu, and Cedric Tan. Imagine double teaming him even off the ball. Si Ian Tibay. Now, they have Vance Valencia who can also score. So, that will be a gamble if they are going to be continuing to deny the ball in Ian Tibay. Now, I want to see how Vance Valencia will score in this game, but the other players can also needs to step up as Aiden Tejada, and one finesse for Aiden, and that's gonna be a foul on Zaire Lee. That's gonna be his first personal foul. All throughout this game, Tiong Bahru only attempted 4 free throws so far. They are 1 for 4. So this is their 5th free throw of the afternoon. And they're now 1 for 5. Pero offensive rebound by Vance Valencia. Kicks it to Renzo Tan. Renzo passes it to Aiden Tejada. Quick 4 points with less than a minute in the third quarter. And Tiong Bahru executing a half-court defense against the black shirts. Cyril pulls up. That's a rush shot, but able to draw a foul. So that's that's going to be a foul against Tiong Bahru. I believe that's on Aiden Tejada. So, 8 minutes and 40 remaining. Well read by Caswayne Salazar. Spins, shoots, and he'll finish it in for Renzo Tan. Caswayne kicks it. Zairel step back and able to draw a foul. Sneaky play by Zaire Elias. Ian Tibay will be getting his second personal. So Ian Tibay gets his first personal foul. Zaire misses on the second, but he gets his own miss. Look at the speed of Zaire Lee. And here comes Gavin. Easy lefty layup is good. So it's now a 3-point lead in favor of Tiong Bahru. As Caswayne spins, Salazar. No go. Rebound by Vance. Fast break opportunity, Ian Tibay. Able to save it. Goes to the baseline. Pass it. And that's just an easy bucket for Renzo Tan. Credit the dive from Ian Tibay. That pass was brought to you by AutoGuard Premium Car Care Products. Caswayne. Cedric. Zaire catch it to triple. Short. Ian rushing, gives it to Aiden, and Aiden! What a tough shot for Aiden Tejada! But he just made it look easy. This is the largest lead of the game so far. 7-point lead for Tiong Bahru. 48-41 as Caswayne step back. Long two, short on that shot. Kuhn misses the baseline J. And there's a whistle. Zaire Lee not happy with that call, but the foul was on Caswayne Salazar. That's his second personal foul. Renzo Tan misses on the first one. Renzo Tan already has 9 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist in this game. as he rolls in the second. 49-41, and that's going to be a throw-in violation. Unforced error for Vaikon Builders. And you can feel the energy drop for Vaikon Builders. Great pass from Ian Tibay, and natawagan pa ng foul as Vance Valencia will be shooting 2. As Jared Kuhn will be getting his fourth personal foul. As he knocks out the first one. Let's see if he can go 2 for 2. He can't. Pero natapik pa dito ni Aiden Tejada. 10. Wild shot. Offensive rebound but no go. But Vance Valencia, look at the hustle of Vance. As Zyril, all the way, no go. Oh, miscommunication! Gavin Chua, he thought na Vaikon Builder yung kalaban niya sa rebound, but it was Vance Valencia. Silang dalawa yung nagagawan doon sa rebound na yun. So ball goes back to Vaikon Builders with 14 on the 24. Cyril, great defense for Vance. Heavily bothered by that. Vance Valencia, length. Ian. Air balls the 3. Ian Tibay only has 9 points so far. Last game, naka 33 points yan. It just shows that they are really containing etong si Ian Tibay for Coach Iscosi because they are denying the ball against Ian as Gaswain, long distance 3. But this guy, Aiden, is the one who's stepping up. Tejada, step back. Good defense by Gaswain. Ball rolls out for Renzo 10, but a cleanup job on Al 25 is good for Vance Valencia. Grabe, walang pagod tong mga players na to. Just like Jobs Aquino. Kahit umaga na siya nakatulog because grabe yung extra effort niya. At 4 a.m. na daw siya natulog kanina dahil marami siyang ginawa. 4 hours of sleep lang daw si Jobs Aquino as Ian. Oh, there's a push. Oh! Will that count? Basket will count for Ian Tibay. Kasi hindi niya na dinribble yung bola. So that's considered a continuation. As Maddox Yu gets his second personal foul, Coach Iscosi unhappy with that call. Pero ako from my perspective, may tulak talaga si Maddox Yu doon. And hindi na kasi dinribble ni Ian Tibay. That's why that basketball count kasi continuation ang consider doon. That's a high basketball IQ play. Tama ba, Jobs?
Yes.
As look at that sidestep finish but no go for Gaswain. As Philip, wide open, short. Just want to go back doon sa sinabi ko against yun sa Ian Tibay drive. Kasi pag dinribble ni Ian Tibay yun, it's not considered as a continuation na kasi they can make a decision pa. But since wala nang dribble and the intent was to shoot the ball or lay it up, kaya yun na nangyari. Considered as attempt yun. That's why it was an end one. As Gaswain. Coach Hansang not happy with that no call. Pero naagaw ni Ian Tibay ang bola. Here comes Gavin. Gives it to Vance. Valencia all the way with the reverse. Is good. Increasing the lead to 12 points. The largest lead of the game so far. And that's going to be a blocking foul on Philip Ko. And my timeout break. called by Coach Escosi. So we'll have a quick break, folks. We'll be back for more right after this. Brought to you by Park Access, the official Nike store partner, as tatawagan kagad ng foul si Philip ko. That's gonna be his third personal foul. So fresh 14 or 18 seconds rather for on the shot clock for Vaikon Builders. Salazar, Pinoy step move, forces that one. Great stop again by Tiong Bahru. Ian only has 11 points so far. Zaire Lee in transition goes all the way with the lefty finish. It is good. Zaire Lee 27 points, but they're still down by 10. He needs help. And that's a wide open Aiden Tejada 3. No go. Good tap by Ian Tibay as they retain possession. Ian all the way, hands it over for that. Oh! Vance Valencia misses that point blank great shot. Ian with the save. Ian spins, fakes. Fadeaway J is good for Ian Tibay. Wow, this kid doing everything right now for Tiong Bahru. And that's going to be the second foul on Ian. Less than 2 minutes of action here in the third quarter. As Caswayne kicks it, gets it right back. Almost, if Caswayne was able to get that leather, that will be an easy basket. But Gavin Chu was able to tap it out of bounds. Tiong Son kind of hesitated, and he loses the rock. And out of bounds, ball goes to Tiong Bahru. Tejada gives it to Philip. That's a wide open 3. No go. Cleanup job, but no good as well. And nasa labas na si Ian Tibay when he tried to save the ball. Zaire Lee kind of shaken up here. Zaire takes it all for himself and knocking it down from the nail. Philip kicks it. Gavin. Nice pass to Philip, but rejected by Zaire Lee. Zaire dives for the ball. And there's a kick ball on Zaire Lee. Ball stays with Tiong Bahru. 58-48 is the score. Just a 10-point lead still for Tiong Bahru with 26.8 seconds remaining in the third. Ian looking. Passes it to Vance, and Vance heavily guarded by Luis Segundo. Ian over 3. Vaikon Builders. Ian Tibay, man amongst the boys. As Caswayne, that will count. And that is the end of the third quarter. A 12-point lead in favor of the yellow shirts. But we still have 10 more minutes of action. Stay tuned down, folks, as we'll be back for more Stallion Scenes action when we return. Ten more minutes of action in our first game between Tiong, Bahru and Vaikon Builders. As Vaikon Builders trailing by 12 points, 48-60 at the start of the fourth. Ian, offensive rebound, bounces out on that fadeaway jumper. Last touch by Aiden Tejada, so ball goes back to Vaikon Builders. Vaikon Builders really needs to double their effort. Especially they're in a 2-game losing skid coming into this game, and they're up against an undefeated team. Itong Tiong Bahru. Of course, they want to give Tiong Bahru their first loss, but they need to step up if they want to win. As Aiden loses the rock, but last touch by Vaikon Builders. Oh no, last touch by Tiong Bahru rather. So ball goes back to the black shirts. Zyreli already with 29 points. Imagine. More than half yung score ni Zyreli dito as he falls down. Ian loses the rock. Stolen by Cedric Tan. Jared. They don't need to rush their shots for Vaikon Builders. Zyreli wide open from 3. No. Luis. Great hustle by Philip Ko. And that's going to be a jump ball. Session arrow pointing toward Vaikon Builders' favor. Coach Hans Ang commending his team on that effort. As Caswayne, a great move, but the finish was too strong. Ian lays it up. No go. $60-48 is the score. Still almost 2 minutes in the fourth, but wala pa rin nakakascore. But that time, na-foul nga lang si Caswayne Salazar in the act of shooting. As Ian Tibay gets his third personal foul. 2 free throws dito para kay Caswayne Salazar. As he goes 1 for 2. Decreasing the lead to 11. With 8 minutes left in the fourth and final quarter, as Cedric Tan denying the ball on Ian Tibay. So isa na lang, babatay kay Ian. Earlier in the second quarter, dalawa yung nagde-deny ng bola sa kanya as Cyril able to draw a foul. Philip Ko will get his 4th personal. Salazar. Nowhere to go. Good pass inside but well defended there. Matatawagan nga lang ng foul itong si Gabli. That's going to be 2nd personal foul. 2 free throws for Cedric Tan. Cedric Tan still scoreless. Already 25 minutes of game time as he missed the first one. But he already has 3 rebounds and 3 assists. And he goes 1 for 2. That's his first point of the afternoon. Gavin Chua will be checking in for Vance Valencia. Vance Valencia, just 1 point shy away from a double-double performance. Already has 9 points, 15 rebounds, and 3 assists. As Aiden, no go. Gab with the offensive glass. Philip sidesteps his way in, and no good. He was asking for a foul. Kind of frustrated was Philip Ko. Fadeaway J is good for Gabli. Gabli, first point of the afternoon. With 14 minutes of playing time. As Caswayne. No good on that floater for Cedric Tan. Rebound by Tiong Bahru. They are up by 12 points again. As Ian uses that Gabli pick. Goes to the right and bounces out. Saves it. Pero regardless, babalik ang bola sa Vaikon Builders as he threw it out of bounds. As shot is no good but tries to save it. Itong si Cedric Tan pero nakuha pa rin ni Aiden Tejada ang bola. Aiden, Zaira Lee had a piece of that pass. Salazar, oh! Vaikon Builders maintains possession, almost a turnover. So 18 on the 24 for Vaikon Builders. Hook shot is good for Jared Kuhn. As Jared Kuhn now has 7 points, 7 rebounds. An offensive foul on Ian Tibay. That's going to be his 4th personal. That is huge. And I believe we have a timeout break. Ayun nga. Matatawagan ng offensive foul si Ian Tibay. So one more foul for Ian and he will be out. And sa timeout dito, si Coach Iscosi with 5:33 remaining. We'll be back, folks, after this. Five and a half remaining as Vaikon Builders. Let's see anong play dito. The Coach Iscosi has missed 3 opportunity. And I like what Coach Hansang is doing. Gab Lee denying the ball on Zaire Lee. As Tan with the hook, it's good. Renzo Tan now has 12 points. As Gab Lee with the steal. 3-on-1. Gab stops. Gab shoots. And Aiden Tejada. No good again. Zaire Lee He was the only one defending 3 of Tiong Bahru offense, but still able to stop that play as Jared baseline J. No! Rebound by Gavin. Tiong Bahru. No good. Pinenga muna ni Coach Hans Ang etong si Ian Tibay because he's already nursing his 4th personal foul. So he doesn't want to gamble that one as Zaire Lee able to draw contact as Aiden Tejada gets his 2nd. So 2 shots dito para kay Zaire Lee again. Zaire Lee knocks out the first one as now he has 30 points. 30.7 rebounds with 30 minutes of playing time. Make it that 31. As he cuts down the lead to just 10. 64-54. As Valencia goes to the middle and able to finish. That was over Luis Segundo and Jared Kuhn. Vance Valencia now in double figures, 11 points, 15 rebounds as Gabli gets his 3rd personal foul. That's the 3rd team foul para sa Tiong Bahru. We only have 1 more foul to give with 4 minutes remaining in the 4th and final quarter. Salazar kicks it. Wide open triple. Off the mark for Cedric Tan. Gab. All the way rejected by Zaire Lee. But Renzo Tan was right there for the cleanup, increasing the lead to 14 points. Nowhere to go for Caswayne. Gives it inside to Luis, but bounces out for Luis Segundo. As Vance. Wide open 3. And nothing but the net for Renzo Tan. 15 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist for Renzo. And Renzo's averaging 9.5 points per game, so already way beyond his average in his performance today as Gab short on that shot. Cedric gives it here to Caswayne. Left corner triple and still couldn't get that one to go. Strong rebound by Gavin. 3-on-1 break, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Aiden Tejada.
That is the 14 foul to Bahru.
So 71-54 ang score natin dito. Zaire dishes it. Jared. No go. And nasa labas na si Aiden Reyes ulit. Luis Segundo. Just sharing the exchange of friendly banters there to Aiden Reyes. And with 2 minutes and 9 seconds remaining, babalik na dito si Ian Tibay. Two minutes and 3 remaining. 71-54. As Lee pulls up a 3, no go. And wild shot for Philippines. We're down to the last 2 minutes of the game. Brought to you by Jumbo Plastic Linoleum and Park Access. 3-point shots, no good. You can see the body language of Vaikon Builders drop as Tiong Bahru are on their way to still be undefeated in this tournament. Wild shot for Aiden Reyes. Luis Segundo. Zyril, nowhere to go. So, ladies and gentlemen, after this one, we still have 4 more games. 1 more game in the 16 under division and 3 more games in the 18 under division. The next game is going to be Frateria versus Saloon Tires. A minute remaining. Zyril looking, goes to the baseline and able to finish over 2 yellow shirts, but this one's pretty much over as Tiong Bahru can just burn down the clock, pero tries to go all the way and it's good for Renzo Tan. "30 seconds remaining." As way off the mark for Maddox Yu. As Zyril gives it back to Maddox. Maddox. No go! As Ian gives it. As Aiden Reyes misses that wide open shot. Aiden again, it's good! And the crowd loves that shot from Aiden Reyes. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of this game. A huge win for Tiong Bahru, 75-58. We'll be back for more right after this. Welcome back, Stallion fans, to the 6th season of the Stallion Scenes Jumbo Plastic Conference. Together with me is our Jumbo Plastic Linoleum best player of the game with 19 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal, Renzo Tan. So, Renzo, you're still undefeated in this game. What will be our expectations coming to your next game?
Hopefully, you can win the next game. We just have to play with more effort. It was a close game in the second and third, so we have to improve.
And this is your first best player of the game dito this season. So, how does it feel to become best player of the game?
So good.
And I'm pretty much sure, Renzo, you want to give a shout out to your teammates, to your fans, to your parents watching right now in this live stream.
Shout out to my mom. She brought me here. And thank you for my teammates for passing me the ball. For being so supportive.
Shout out your girlfriend. Shout out.
Wala pa eh.
And again, ladies and gentlemen, Renzo Tan, you can feel that he's really happy with this game. Congratulations, Tiong Bahru. You're still undefeated in this tournament with 3-0. And that concludes our first game for today's station lang, because next game is going to be Frateria versus Saloon Tire.